between and collapse out.
Henry McClure live. Good morning. Look who I'm here with.
Henry McClure live. Tyler Jaggers here, running for District 1.
Hey, yeah, tell me, how's your week been?
Well, it looks like I'm going to be getting some new tires here. So I got those ordered, and then
Okay.
I think
New tires are important.
well that yeah.
How's the treads on your shoes?
My shoes? Oh, my boots are good.
Because we're going out walking today. So, where are we going to, we're going
I'm
down.
going to do this corner.
Okay, so we're going to go down, basically down in the College Hill area, 17th and Washburn.
I think so. I think
Start in that area.
Yeah, because if we can get this area, some of them might be like not sure what district they might be in because it's kind of close to the other one. So it's good to like get the word out really.
So over here, though,
That's brand new. They
didn't even know they were in District 1.
Not, I mean, some of them did, but some of them didn't because it's brand new.
What district were they in prior, do you know?
I'm not sure where they came, what district that was.
Probably 9.
Probably. Because that's on the west.
Maybe, I think.
Yeah, I think
Because it kind of goes around 1, 2,
Yes.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Well, so you know what I'm worried about?
Huh.
I'm worried about voter turnout today more than anything.
Really?
Yeah, I am. I was over there the other day picking up some information, and I wanted to get some data that that the county collects, and there just wasn't anybody out there. There was, I mean, it was like you could shot a cannonball through and there's a lot of people over there. But we got to make sure make sure that people get out and vote.
Well, I mean, put it through it this way, right? You think about it like this: if you vote for somebody else, right?
Right.
Let's say you don't vote for Tyler Jaggers for District 1, then you're kind of voting for the incumbent indirectly. Does that kind of make sense?
Well, yeah, because I think anybody that's in office right now has got some name recognition. You know, I was thinking about this the other day. I was at Sam's Club, and I think when anybody's nice to you, you overthink it, right? But like, this person came up to me and walked over and shook my hand and said, "Thank you for running for office.
Yeah.
You've got a tough fight. You're exposing some things others haven't over the years."
The same thing happened to me at the book signing.
Really?
The lady walked up to me. She's in District 1, and she said, basically, I wanted to talk to you because they haven't had water in my part. She's kind of near the McClure area. She said they haven't had water for 3 weeks, consistent water service.
Is it because of the city water?
Yeah, because they keep having these valve issues.
And I think you blame the water department over on Steve Wade, who used to be the city manager, and moving people around. I think that some of the incompetence and the job placement from Steve Wade is still haunting us. You don't know Steve Wade?
I'm still learning some of the names that he's
a guy.
Got the knowledge. He's got the knowledge, man.
He had a mental breakdown.
Oh,
and but then also too, literally, you could pin that. You could pin the mental breakdown on incumbents.
Maybe they're like.
Well, they hired a guy.
Right.
There's David Banks right there. He's watching. David did something nice. He runs a committee now, and he made it to where public comment's legal. Thank you, David.
That's good. But basically, okay, let's go back to this lady, right? So if you don't vote for me, because right now I have the best chance of winning in the general. Okay, so that's why you need.
I like this attitude.
Yeah, that's true. So if of the non-incumbents, Tyler Stansfield Jaggers, myself, has the highest probability of winning the general. So if you don't allow me to win or at least get in second for the primary, you're voting for Hiller indirectly by not voting. Does that make sense? So I need you to vote for me, Tyler Stansfield Jaggers, at the primary, and then again at the general so that way I can get your will, your needs into the city council, and then start to show the rest of the city council that, like, hey man, we're all in this together. It's okay what happened in the past. We need to just make like a little bit tighter decisions now, more meat and potatoes of how cities work. And then the same thing with Henry McClure. If you don't vote for Henry McClure, look, think about this. If you don't vote for Henry McClure in the primary, that's him, then what happens is you're basically voting for Duncan on accident. Even if you don't vote, you have to vote for Henry McClure in the primary because Henry McClure has the highest probability of winning the general as who isn't Duncan. So you've got to vote for Henry.
So the first time that I ran for public office was for county commissioner. I was running against a fellow named Kevin Cook. And Kevin Cook, I think he beat me by a large margin. Others say that I did very well because I came close, But coming in second in a beauty contest to Kevin Cook, but so I wonder if back then, if my votes were not for Kevin, somebody voted for me.
It's a Ross Perot thing. That's what
that didn't know me. They didn't know me, but they know they didn't want Kevin.
Exactly.
So they voted for Henry, even though I didn't really know Henry. I just didn't want Cook. But I'm not feeling that today. I'm feeling it when people are coming up to me all over going, hey, I voted for you. All right.
Everybody already knows us. So yeah, so literally everybody knows me. Everybody knows you. So that's not the main issue. The issue is we need to make sure that Henry's going to win at minimum come in second, the primary guarantee. So
thank you. I like his style.
We need to get into the general for Henry. Henry needs to win the general election. Does that make sense? Because the reason why is because we're going to have this wasteful spending guaranteed. I 100% guarantee you're going to have more of the same if Henry's not in there.
Some guy called me up, and I love him. He's a good dude. But he goes, Henry, you got to get some more signs out there. And I said, well, if I not elected mayor because I didn't have enough signs out there, that'd be a tough town. If Topeka literally picks you, well, I'm voting for the guy with the most signs,
We're walking door to door. We're doing human thing, and then
But you know what I'm saying? If that's how a town picks their mayors, well, something. That fella had the most signs. I'm voting for him. Well,
that means they didn't even look at the issues.
Yeah,
they didn't even look at it. But sure, I guess. But honestly,
I got to get some more signs out there. I have spent now a total of maybe $60 on signs because I've just bought some stencils.
Yeah.
Yeah, I bought some stencils to repaint. I had some extra paint from last time. Trying to keep. I haven't taken a nickel, not zero in campaign donations.
Well, yeah,
I can't wait to see how much because I want the
after
established.
After the primary, let's get to that.
I want to show the public how much the establishment is going to put into Duncan to keep things exactly the same.
Think about it. Does that make sense? Because that's so true. The reason why the chamber's endorsing these guys is because they're our guys, okay? That's why they got the endorsement. So you got to think really, take a step back and then say, why are they endorsing these candidates? Why did the chamber endorse Hiller and Brendan and William all for a District 1 city council?
How can you vote for 3?
Because
how can you support 3?
I'll tell you why.
Tell me why.
Because they're scared. Because they know.
I hope so. That'd be nice.
The last thing they want is someone who debugs code looking at the financials. Get it? They don't want someone who knows how to read code looking at the executive session.
He brought up something just really interesting a second ago. How tell him what you asked that person at the library.
Yeah. Okay. So I was at this event where it was about a book signing, and then the Go Topeka person was there, and then I was just like, is there a place where we could see the spread on how much the chamber gets from the half-cent sales tax versus donations?
Well, technically, the chamber is not supposed to get a nickel. It all goes to Topeka. But here's my point: is they're one entity.
They're all related.
I mean, look at Molly Howie's emails. She's got one from the Greater Topeka Partnership. She's got one from Go Topeka. She's got one from the Chamber.
Each one of these, think about all the employees and salaries in there, man.
Hey, Karen Hiller's watching.
Hey, Karen.
Hey, good morning, Karen. How you doing? Hey, come on down here, you can walk with us.
No.
No, yeah. No, I want to walk with Karen, and she can air her grievances about me right in person.
No. Because here's the thing. I was seeing a bunch of Karen.
Here's the thing about politics.
Yeah.
If you just met Karen Hiller, if she walked in here and had coffee,
yeah,
there isn't a nicer person except you. I mean, he is.
Nice,
no, really. But Karen, arm's length. Hey, how you doing? She'd be a nice lady. She'd tell you all about Topeka. Mm-hmm. She'd find all the good things to talk about.
Yeah.
But just sometimes when it comes to voting, she struggles with breaking away from the pack. And sometimes, one time I've seen her write about something. And
I mean, think about it like this. The incumbents are part of how things have been going. Okay.
Well, yeah,
so
and she's guilty as charged on all that.
So you look at the chamber.
Steve Wade, the hotel, Lawrence Bay.
Buying it for 12.
I'm sorry.
Oh, I've got a question for you. I'm so glad you made this online. So my question for you is that what they were saying about the hotel, how they sold it for $1 million, they bought it for 12, sold it for 1.
Well, no, they got 12 in it.
They bought it for 12, right?
Yeah, the minimum bid today should be $3 million.
Right.
You got to pay the county appraisal today.
They sold it for like a little bit over.
Well, and then this is where I think Braxton Copley and now the city manager show their incompetency, because they don't have the ability to make these decisions. So they hire a consultant for $540,000.
That's roads right there.
And then Braxton, if he is so naive that he thinks the brand that they are selling, the Dolce brand, is qualified. Okay, we've got. It's like if I went to the council and say, look, I got Nordstrom's department store. They're coming to the mall. I'm going to buy the Sears building, and I want you to give me, the King's X card. No way. It just shows how incompetent Braxton is. So, the division between the council and the administration and the bureaucrats that are in place. So anytime anybody says we ought to change the form of government to like a strong mayor, It's because they want somebody to go in and fire somebody. How come nobody loses a job around here? Sylvia Davis has no business running the water department, and she's running the water department.
This is the question someone wanted to ask for you.
Well, but hang on. Let me just finish one little tiny point real quick about the hotel.
Sure.
So the other day, I had Wyndham Hotels in town, and we're looking at real estate. And Klossman's got a really good piece of real estate up on the hill. Talked to him, and we're trying to find an operator, but it's for Echo Suites, extended stay. And they're also, they look at a La Quinta. So what I'm telling you, out of the 26 brands that the flags that the hotel Wyndham has, this isn't a market for them. They got gold-plated toilets and bidets and the
like
bathtubs. Dolce, yeah. This is not a market for Dolce. But if you've got a little guy like Braxton, they're telling you, well, this is a Dolce market, they're lying to you. And the city manager knows that it's not the truth, because we had lunch with Wyndham and the city manager. So this is the type of sophistry that can't be pushed. And people, like, you could tell if Brett Kell said, he saw this. Oh, yeah, great. Yeah, we're going to have this hotel. Brett Kell I can't believe nobody ran against Brett Kell.
Right. But this.
Okay, chime in.
Okay.
Sorry.
So here's the question.
Hogging my own show.
Yeah. Well, here it is. The question is, Henry McClure, if your buddies that had the $7.5 million bid, right?
Yeah.
They wanted to do, if they got the bid.
Right.
Okay, so there's a scenario. Let's say they said, okay, yeah, we'll do the 7.5 with Henry's buddies. Would they still have been getting the hotel, not vagrancy, but what is that tax?
The bed tax.
Visitor tax.
Yeah, the bed tax.
Okay.
Well,
Would they still have gotten that?
well, yeah.
Okay, but okay. This is why it's so
But
important.
no, but hang on here a second. Here, let's go back to for some reason they didn't like the operator, and don't give me credit for it. I credit the Berkshire Hathaway company today, and we got a lot of comments coming in. Anybody
Okay,
asking any questions you can answer?
But
real
hold
quick?
on.
Okay, no, okay.
Think
So
about
hang
this.
on. No, back to Doug Bassett and Sue Loeffler's offer. So it's $1.5 million down. They've got a bank letter that says the bank will finance the hotel purchase.
Okay.
They're going to give $7.6 million. So I advised the guy, go look, at a minimum, come in with what they paid for it. How could anybody with any common sense turn the offer down?
Right. Okay.
Okay, common sense. Let's talk about common sense. And I'm telling you something, the $554,000 consultant was never more rude or mean. I've never seen, but they've already made their money.
They already made the money.
Yeah,
Because
and they
want
could
the
put
right
their
people in. That's what they keep saying.
the
about
right
everything.
people.
They
You
say
remember?
the right?
Do you
which
remember
means the
Pee Wee
crew.
Herman? I mean,
The right.
Matt Pavarnak, little bow-tie boy. You know, so he kept saying the right people, the
Right.
right people.
Okay.
Well, so I wonder if Matt Pavarnak has a dog in that hunt, being the right person.
Okay, so here's the important point with this.
See, and
so listen to this. Listen to this,
All right,
people.
all right.
So his buddies were going to get 7.5 and still gotten that hotel tax thing where it's the transient guest tax. They were still going to generate. But the Go Topeka guys are saying the line like it would only have been happening if it was through the right guys. And that is not true.
Well, and that's the whole point of
That's why it's so important.
That's why you take the NGO out of the
Yes,
equation.
the decision-making process.
Yeah, you take them out. So how many people have come to Topeka, and then the Go Topeka people determined, well, they aren't the right people.
You're not the
because
right guys.
the Chamber of Commerce has a inherent conflict of interest to keep people out.
They got a horse in the race and a dog in the hunt.
And so all the Go Topeka money is nothing more than the taxpayers gifting it to the Chamber of Commerce so the Chamber of Commerce can continue to
weigh in with its thumb on the scale.
yeah, so let's unpack that.
Weighing in.
Yeah, so that and think about this, taxpayers. Just stop 1 minute and think about this for 1 second. The Go Topeka meetings, where they determine where the sales tax money goes to, they're not open to the public.
Yes.
So your dollars are being decided up in the room with the whiskey and the cigars.
Prove me wrong. Try and find out the spread of how much of the half cent comes, how much of their budget is funded by the half cent, how much comes from individual donations, and try and figure out how much comes from other indirect city fundings or incentives. You're never going to find it because it's obfuscated.
So the $9.5 million that went to Cody Foster and his family is decided in a room that's not open to the public, and the vote tally isn't open either. Well, these were the people that are in the room. And Big Jimbo, if you're watching this, Jim voted no. Jim Clausen.
Okay.
He voted no. Thank you, Jim. God bless you. But tell me who voted yes. We should know who's deciding. We don't elect the board members of Go Topeka. You and I don't. So this is the overreach that we need to stop.
It's too many layers of abstraction, so it's obfuscation via abstraction.
Well,
You
so
have
what
the
they
chamber,
do-
Go Topeka, Greater Topeka.
You have Jetto, you've got the city, you've got the county,
Yeah.
and Henry McClure trying to describe it and when my personal feelings come out, I look crazy.
You're not the underdog, and the reason why I liked him is because I like the underdog. But now he's the big dog because everybody feels taken advantage of. I've been talking to people across the city, man. Everybody feels like they've been taken advantage of. Like
we are getting taken advantage of. There's a saying about it's like having sex and not getting kissed.
Ooh.
That's what's happening to the voters in Topeka.
That's just mechanical. That's just mean.
Yeah, we're not getting kissed as citizens and taxpayers and they're taking advantage of us. So you know why I became a fan of the riverfront?
Why is that?
Because they're the underdog. The riverfront now is the underdog. And I was talking to Dr. Perez. We need to create this uniform development agreement because they already shot their wad on Cody Foster. Even a guy yesterday on the show goes, Henry, you got to work on your delivery. Yeah, sometimes my vernacular is a little poignant, but I'll work.
Spicy.
Well, I'll work on being too verbose and better language.
Hey, we can always work on that. His research, his ability to look into the books and how things are happening under the hood is an asset. This guy's a hero to Topeka. Do you understand? Because think about it. He's going through, he's doing the Cora requests.
Oh, my God.
That takes time and energy that could be in your business.
And Amanda Stanley, what her last Cora request answer was just not cool.
Yeah.
because
About
Cora,
the conversations?
well, yeah, but she's stonewalling.
Yeah, but
And,
they're scared.
But guys so if, a strong mayor, there'd be some people that would get their walking papers quite quickly. Because I think the bureaucrats that are so entrenched in our city, and I'm telling you, the next thing I want to start looking at is the water department because of the overhead and the it's so fat at the top.
Yeah, I mean $100.
So Steve Wade's people have now entrenched themselves, and they've hired people to build a wall around themselves, and we're too big a deal in Topeka to have all this overhead. We're a cow town whether you like it or not.
We're 150,000 max if you count like everybody, their cousin and their cats. Okay.
Well, so hang on a second. So when I would love to figure. I'm going to try to figure this out. This is the next Henry McClure challenge. How big was the government the day I was born, and what form of government did we have? I think it was probably street commissioner, water commissioner. We need to bring back the days of Jack Alexander.
Okay.
Oh, very famous water department guy, which is funny because Dana Kaye encouraged him to run for office. Dana Kaye knows how to pick winners, I'm telling you. I want some more coffee.
Okay.
Hey, if anybody...
I'll take over.
Okay.
You can just get your coffee.
Yeah.
So basically what's going on is the city is growing in terms of employees massively. So what does that mean? Every employee is another pension. Every employee is another Roth IRA. And so if you're not sure how the pensions work, so when someone works for city government, right, they can pay part of their paycheck to go into the pension fund. And then so what happens is the pensions are paid out in perpetuity by the people. Okay, so that's good. So you can have people want to work for the city, and then so basically not a lot of jobs offer pensions anymore. And then so it is a thing that does attract people to want to work for city government or public office or whatnot. But the thing is, when you have too many new employees that are doing jobs that are either redundant or need to be optimized, that adds up as a liability on the books. And then so I know that this kind of sounds like a financial, like in the weeds minor detail, but every employee, the insurance is massive. How much we're paying for the employee insurance, it's called the group insurance. And then so what's happening is we're just shelling out cash. Okay, so the goal is to mute that. So the goal is to have a great day there, ma'am. Thank you so much. That's a great. I love your little puppy in the basket there. So
I got my phone in my purse.
there you go. Well, great.
I got one with pink suitcase.
Yeah, okay. You have a great day there.
I got PayPal 30
So basically what's happening is we're shelling out all this cash for, it's not just the giving $8 million here for one event. It's not just 10 million to 12 for the hotel, but what we're talking about is the number of employees where they lose one, they're hiring two, okay? So that's why I'm just trying to get the word out today when we're doing some walking and just minimize the amount of spending here. So yeah, this is Tyler Stansfield Jaggers. I would say get out the vote and let's just have a great August 5th here, and then after the primary let's vote for the general. And thank you so much. And who says bring them on camera? Oh, bring them on camera. Yes, that's a good point. We need to get some of the Go Topeka people to. I think Henry already reached out for getting some of them on his show, his podcast. And then I was at the forum, and the forum, I guess they didn't allow the public to go to the forum. So it was more like informing their PAC, because the Greater Topeka has its own PAC, which is basically like the endorsement team. And they were like saying you had to be part of either be someone who's running for mayor or running for city council or part of the business association. But if you're part of the public, you couldn't go to that forum if you wanted to. And then so it's almost like the whole reason why they're asking all those questions is they're trying to find out who they want to endorse for their PAC. And that's a lot of that's kind of a lot of power for chamber NGO kind of system. So the fact that they did 3 endorsements for District 1 means that the chamber, Greater Topeka, Go Topeka, all these different things are very concerned with losing maybe some of their influence on the city council. So I'm Tyler Stansfield Jaggers. This is Henry McClure Live. Make sure to vote for Henry McClure for the primary and Tyler Jaggers for the primary, and then again for the general election. You have a great one there.